I'm here with Jodi Rubino, who has been nominated by her colleagues to be Teacher of the Year at PS 22, Dr. Urso Webb Elementary School. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what do you teach?
I teach STEM, grades K through 5.
So tell me a little bit about STEM, K to 5.
I didn't always teach STEM. I was a classroom teacher. I've been teaching for 23 years. I was always a 5th grade teacher. I always had a love for science. My background, undergrad degree is in geoscience. I didn't really have a lot of opportunities to teach science. We taught every subject. A few years back, we departmentalized and I got a chance to teach science. Our principal put a posting up for a STEM teacher, and I thought I would love to teach that. That's right up my alley, and I got it. And so now we have STEM. The kids come to me as a special every day, and it just has opened up, something that I haven't been able to do in my teaching career. I just have like a love for it and energy, and the students love it, which is most important.
Absolutely. So what do you incorporate as part of the STEM lessons?
Well, any lesson we do, any challenge we decide to do, we're always following the engineering design process, which walks students through steps, starting with brainstorming. They're always working in cooperative groups. It teaches them to problem solve. They're solving real world problems, but most importantly, they're figuring out for themselves that if something doesn't work, they have to go back and try it again. Even if they don't achieve, that's called failing forward, and as long as you go back and you try again, that's what we're trying to teach them.
That's part of science.
Yes.
Every experiment may work, may not work.
Exactly.
So how do you do that with the youngest learners?
That's the hardest part. I try and at the beginning, I'm just, going through routines and things like that. And then I'll do the same things I'm doing with the older kids, but I scale it down a little bit. They don't do things independently as well as the older kids do. So I'll just, take a few steps out. I can't even think of anything particular, but they follow the engineering design process just like the older kids do, because I'm going to have them now going all the way up. So you learn it now, and you're going to know that no matter what challenge we're doing, no matter what lesson it is, you're following these steps. And I want it to become like just, routine to them.
Did you always want to be a teacher?
I always wanted to work with children. I always had a love for service work, working in the community. My parents, especially my dad, they were small business owners in Jersey City. And then my dad was a security guard at the Board of Ed, first at PS 8 school, and then he was at central office. And he would see teachers come in and out, superintendents, supervisors, and he really saw how important being an educator was. And he instilled that in me to tell me that education is the way to go. You should be a teacher. Unfortunately, he passed away when he was 50 years old from cancer.
So sorry.
And so he never got to see me graduate from college, never got to see me be a teacher, but him and my mom really instilled that. My mom was a clerk at Ferris, and she passed away 13 years ago, and now every year, she was a beloved clerk at Ferris. Every year, my family and I, we take a collection and we present a student at exit day with the Claudia Rubino Memorial Award. The teachers pick the recipient, has to, fill certain criteria, college-bound, hardworking, somebody who perseveres through hard times. And every year at exit day, I present that award with a nice little scholarship because my parents were so involved and they just thought education was the best. And as a youngster, you don't really think so, but in the end, I took what they instilled, and I became a teacher.
That's great. What do you wish you had known when you started teaching? What do you know today that would have been very helpful had you known at the beginning of your career?
It was so overwhelming at the beginning. I remember coming home crying. I can't do this. It's too much. I think any teacher coming in should know, give yourself grace, have some patience, be kind to yourself. There's going to be hard days. There's going to be tough days. Ask for help, find a mentor, find somebody who will help you through the tough times, because in the end, it's all worth it, and it's always for the children, and that's what's important.
Sounds like very good advice. Do you mentor new teachers?
I've had student teachers in the past, but I have not been a mentor.
Okay, good. Maybe next
Yeah,
time
I would love to, actually, yeah.
that's something to move forward with. How do you get parents to work with you?
Honestly, a lot of parents don't come to me because I'm a special, so I give a grade on the report card. Nobody ever comes to the specialist. You know, everyone skips the gym, the STEM, but when I do get parents that come to me, they mostly tell me that the children want them to come. You have to go see Miss Rubino, and I'll say, your child is doing great in STEM. You really didn't need to come to see me, but they want the parents to meet me. They want to see what they're doing. My classroom is called the STEM lab, and they want to see all the technology I have in there, 3D printers. So I coach teams. I coach the Lego robotics team and the Emerge team, which we won first place last year.
Yeah.
And that really got the parents asking, you know, how can my students be a part of this? Prior to that, nobody really knew that we did anything like that. So now the students are interested. They're asking their parents to come to the STEM lab. They're reaching out, asking how they can get involved in STEM.
Oh, great. So, what would you share as from your position as an educator? What would you share with the community about the importance of making sure our young people have a good education?
I think the support of the community is important. They should know that education starts in the classroom, but it's not only in the classroom. It's not just taking tests and teaching students to do good on tests. We're teaching community leaders, politicians, and we want these students to make good choices in the community. So if the community would work with us and support us in the classroom, have a value for what we're doing, then I think we could have ethical leaders and community members in the future.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
Would make our jobs easier if we had the support. But thank you so very
You're
much.
welcome.
It's obvious why they selected you as Teacher of
Thank
the
you.
Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.